redlining pilots, ammo explosions, and critical hits. We go through a Battletech Brawl over the holidays.
Welcome to Trident Wargaming, a podcast dedicated to all aspects of tabletop wargaming. Your hosts are Bill and Andy.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Trident Wargaming. This is episode 48, and it's a holiday Battletech Brawl edition. So today we're going to be talking obviously about Battletech. With me is Bill, my co-host.
Going on? What's happening, everybody?
Awesome. Yeah, it's been going. We've been on holidays here, so it's great. So with the this episode, we had some good brawling over the weekend with our one of our newest favorite games, Battletech.
Oh yes.
So, but first, I think we'll probably do our usual hobby progress.
Yeah.
Updates. So, if you want to start, Bill.
Hobby progress. There has been some. I successfully got the last couple mechs I was looking for my Grey Death Legion. Shout out Hell.
Yeah.
Again. No, it's been nice. Yeah, I've been able to track down a Griffin and a Wolverine. And the Wolverine, I have one, but they used a couple. It's that Griffin that is the real prize. So it was really cool being able to get the box set from them. And I also have a couple prints that I got to kind of flesh out my squad. Ended up getting a Victor and an Assassin done.
Nice.
So shout out Phil. And yeah, it's pretty sweet. Like, I'm looking forward to getting everything sprayed up. I got all my colors picked out. I kind of was testing out a model. I might even sneak peek it on the dirty old gram a little bit later. But yeah, no, it's been pretty good that way. Clan mechs have not been forgotten. There is more joining the ranks, so I've got to get them all kind of done up and ready to roll. Yeah, pretty heavy into some Battletech stuff right now, and then also LVO. Been getting all my 30k heresy stuff prepped up, and just actually making some of the last pushes to get everything ready for priming by this weekend here, so I can get a little bit of action in over the holidays. It's gonna be a little bit of a push, but honestly, it goes quick, especially with that trusty airbrush.
Oh, doesn't it ever, eh?
Mm-hmm. So, like, and it's, don't get me wrong, airbrush isn't be all end all. You can still rattle can. You can even paint by brush. There's ways, but it's just for myself. I found, if you want to, squeeze a good solid 5-hour like hobby session in, you can probably spray up an army, and that's not just one color, multiple, right? But how about yourself, Andy? What have you been doing?
Oh, a little bit of everything, of course.
As usual.
Yeah, I got my digits everywhere, right? It's like, what's Andy doing today? What's the flavor today? Battletech wise, kind of jumped in with some of my Free Worlds League, the Merrick Forces, the First Guard. Kind of picked a few mechs. I made a list for this game that we were going to play, but never actually ended up using them. Just didn't get them painted. So I did do a trial mech.
Ooh, hiss.
I got my mechs all cleaned up and ready to go, primed. I ended up putting my base colors on it, white with an off-white kind of look to them. And then I ended up actually doing the Griffin in the colors, the white, purple, and then some gray. Posted it on the Instagram there, so most of the guys probably have already seen it. And
and it looks good.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. It's my style that I've been doing, even with my Steiner forces and my Wolf forces. So it turned out pretty good. Excited to do it with the other ones. I have an Orion and an Awesome, a Raven, a Trebuchet, and a Crusader. So tried to pick some different mechs that I haven't really used in my Steiner forces. So and most of these, there's a theme with this little unit that I had here, and it was LRMs and narcs and whatnot, right? I wanted to try that out in the game, so which, I mean, we can talk about that a little later, but yeah, he turned out pretty good, and those guys are ready to go. Just got to get some time in on them. Of course, there's always more Steiner and Wolf mechs to play around with as well. Other than that, the heresy train never stops, of course, as we both know.
Never.
I put a pretty good session in here early in the week. I had a lot of tinkering to do with lists, and finally kind of got one that I'm fairly satisfied and happy with, that I think I'll do well with. So I started messing around with my miniatures and realized, crap, I got to change a lot of things. So finally got that done, got everything, fixed up or converted to where I needed to be, got that primed, and put down the nice layer of white on all those miniatures that I ended up getting ready and then sealed. So yeah, a lot of good progress on that, and progress on some of the mechs were pretty good. So yeah, just kept on trucking, and then of course more 3D printed terrain for Battletech, of course. So yeah, days off means like all day hobby day for me. So I'm fortunate enough that I could do that. So
I just picture when you're going over your list and tinkering through everything, that Sunny of Philadelphia meme, the guy, the mad scribblings on the conspiracy.
Don't worry, I have a whiteboard with all these equations and who's the kingpin and who's the you know what I mean?
It's all leading in.
I got pictures pinned everywhere, that's actually bolt action for me, because projects for 2022 involve terrain, so there's going to be a lot of pictures and references that I'm going to be printing out and trying to recapture for some tables, hopefully.
I feel it.
So
awesome.
So yeah, that's kind of where that's sitting at. Hoping you guys out there got some good hobby time as well, and if you did, share with us, because we love seeing that.
Please do. Yeah, no, we definitely, we like to hear about it. We like to see the pictures you guys are sharing. That's what it's all about. That's what the hobby is about.
Mm-hmm. So yes. Oh, and I almost forgot, actually. Just looking at my notes here, and we did get some more printed mechs for our whole Somerset little campaign that we're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
So I know our next mission is pretty much this big open battle where the strikers are supposed to survive and wait for the reinforcements to come down. And in this mission, I know Bill's got to get quite a few mechs done up.
Don't worry, your turn's coming, boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at them right now in front of me. Like, hey!
Yeah, and just to recap, in case you missed the last one, I basically ended up getting 3 more summoners and another hunchback that I have to paint.
Mm-hmm.
Which it's a lot. You want to make them look cool, right? So definitely put my thinking cap on and break up some colors. Luckily, I do have double Mad Dogs and whatnot, and double Mad Cats and stuff painted. So that's a little bit of a relief. But
No, definitely. And even for myself, because like the strikers I have pretty much painted. A couple of other miniatures to get for that, but this next set is the Wotan Tamar March Militia, and there's like I think 4 Centaurians, 3 Wolfhounds, and a Mauler.
oof.
So yeah, I've kind of been looking at the cartoon and then comparing them to the actual databases that have that unit, and checking out the colors, and like they're totally different. So just going with the cartoon, and yeah, it'll just be kind of that random force of maybe some dirty mercs or something down the road, but for now I'll paint them up. They'll probably have some kind of beige and brown or gray and dark gray camo, and then go from there. So it'll be good. It'll be fun. It's nice, a couple different poses, so each of the Centaurians are different, and so same with the Wolfhounds. So that'll be fun.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much hobby progress, and let's get on to the main event, I guess.
Oh yes, yes. You've been so patient. You've listened to our hobbying. Now it's time. Now it's time for the meat and potatoes.
So we had a holiday brawl, and it was the 3v2 Battletech game. Each player had 9k.
Yeah.
BV, which I know you guys are thinking, oh man, those guys are so outnumbered. They were. But we were playing Inner Sphere Visits Clan, and it was one hell of a game for sure. But the forces were interesting to see what everybody had taken, and how many mechs people have had and whatnot. So after having a few games this current year, and most of the guys that we're playing with are good friends, they're actually fairly new to Battletech. So they've definitely experimented with gunnery and piloting skill, right? So you can see in their forces now that it's like, oh, okay, you paid for some gunnery on these guys, like.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was great. There was a lot of different mechs on the board. Catalyst Games mechs, and also 3D printed mechs, of course. But yeah, all on the board, different mechs. Some mechs we haven't seen.
True.
The Imp. Never seen that one before. Didn't even realize they had a miniature for it in the print studios. So that was pretty cool.
That's an alternate Imp model.
Mm-hmm.
The original one's like a really grown up, ugly version, and I say that seriously, of the urban mech.
Yeah, exactly. It's the one that I told you guys before. I go, wait till you see this thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was interesting. We even had one of our friends there brought some of the old pewter miniatures too, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
so a throwback. So yeah, because we had an Imp, we had a Devastator, there was like a Thug and an Apollo, which we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the Thug I just recently got in the new plastic kits, and then looking at the pewter kits, I'm like, whoa. Whoa, they look similar, but they are definitely different. Obviously updated, but either way, it's cool to see some of this retro stuff, even for myself, because like I still remember picking up the original Hunchback 2C and the original Centaurian, and then looking at the also famous Dancing Orion in pewter. Yeah, it was those miniatures were at the time cool. Now, not so much.
It was the 90s, you guys.
Yeah.
We all were there.
So, but yeah, there was a lot of good stuff there, and one of the best things about it is we were all painted.
that definitely made it top notch, right? Always chasing that hashtag fully painted. It really does bring everything like together, especially when you've got it all on the sheet. You're playing your games. It was a lot of fun. We did play on paper sheets.
Yes,
this
that's
round.
right. That's right.
And it was crisp as shit, man. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a bit of a difference, eh? Like
it is versus the neoprene.
Yeah, because I came from playing on the paper sheets, and yeah, everything was pretty clear until they started getting into some of the later, more detailed sheets, and this was like right when I kind of got out of it. And then now with these new sheets that they've done up, like they're even crispier than the classics, and very, very, clean. Like there was like a level 7 antenna that we didn't even realize till we actually got close to it, and like I looked and I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah,
which is cool because you don't see that often, but it did take part of the game, right? So
it did. Just touching base on like the forces, so yeah, it was the 3v2. The Inner Sphere barbarians decided to try to take a base that the clans were holding, and we kind of made a unique objective. Basically, they had 5 turns to come in off table edge in 2 waves to break through and blow up 4 out of the 7 buildings. And we kind of did like an ad hoc, really quick browse in the book. Andy had his reading spectacles on hardcore, looking for all the info.
We decided imaging.
That's right. We decided 150 armor points per building, just to make it decent, because normally it's anywhere from 15 to like 60 and up per hex. So we just made it flat per building, kept track of it. Curtis was doing that, which was a really clever idea, the way he had it drawn out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, basically it had to blow up a bunch of bases. There was one really big fat daddy base on the very far right rear to our line. We made that one like 350 points because there were 6 of the little baby ones.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like going to be the Hail Mary. And as we were kind of looking at, okay, how can we deploy? So we set up from the middle. All right, we'll do 6 hexes back. They have to come in from edge. So we got the advantage because we're up. We get to kind of deploy first. We're in defensive positions. And the plan was pretty solid, I have to admit. The Crusaders were on point.
Yeah, and like, don't forget, this was like a completely like custom mission that we just did. Originally we were going to do one-on-ones, but we had everybody there at the time. We're like, let's have a big game, right? And then we ended up just kind of just thinking together of this mission, and due to the fact that the clans were severely outnumbered, we decided, okay, well, let's have the 2 waves, which was ingenious, and you decided, each player decided like half of their force would come in the first wave, kind of thing, right? Which was cool because it gave everybody a chance to deploy and actually use what they brought, right? So it was good for that. The buildings and the construction points, or structure points, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but we kind of were trying to figure out, what's a number for it, and I think 150 we went with.
150,
yeah, per building. So and there was a couple other things that we could have thrown in there, because it was kind of which we did, but it never came up, with like the skidding and whatnot. I think everybody was pretty vigilant with not trying to do that.
No one wanted to skid on pavement.
Nobody wanted to be the thunderbolt that face planted into rubble. So it was pretty cool for This was actually our first time as a group playing an actual mission.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's all of our games have been literally just destroy the other side. Right?
Yeah.
And which I've noticed, and it could be wrong. I'm sure somebody will point it out, but a lot of the scenario books that I have looked into so far, a lot of them are pretty much destroy the enemy force, right?
Yeah. Kill those guys.
Yeah, which I get. I mean, it is, but I know us coming from other games, you know, there's other ways of making those missions fun, really fun, right? So
that's the best way to do it, right? Is come up with something where you can all have a good time and still, still roll dice, and no matter what, everyone gets to play.
Exactly.
So it was good. And like when we say the clan mechs were outnumbered, like I'm talking, so between myself and Star Captain Hal, we had 8 mechs, 4 each.
Yeah.
All right, and they were beautiful machines of clan superiority. And we were fighting 17 inner sphere mechs.
That's right.
They came on in 2 waves, but there were 17 in total. So it was definitely uphill. There was a unique kind of swampy tree encircled feature just center of the board, just off center. Mm-hmm. And my big idea was to try and hold the flank and just be the dam to that massive surge of doom coming for our base. And I have to say, overall, I felt my plan was decent. I know come turn 2, 3, I kind of abandoned the teamwork part and I just went in balls deep and started doing my thing. But I was buying, Star Captain Hal some room, giving him some breathing room so he could actually start trying to take out some mechs. But the clash of mechs on that one flank was obscene.
Yeah,
obscene.
That Phil brought just he brought devastation on that flank.
Yeah, he did. Well, he was rocking 3 heavy boys. 2 assaults, I want to say. Yeah. He had the Imp, the Devastator, and a Zeus.
That's Zeus, right. I forgot about the Zeus.
Looked pretty legit.
Yeah.
And then he rolled up with 5 little guys. He had 3 commandos and 2 fleas.
That's right.
And yeah, when those little guys came in on turn 3, it was like, oh god, like the game changed quite a bit. It was very much like damage mitigation as much as you could.
Yeah, I was watching that right flank start to push. Like I was in the center corridor kind of dishing it out with a couple of Bill's mechs, but also like concentrating firepower on the buildings because of the main objective. So like Phil's Merc group, pretty much is what I'm calling them. They were in there doing some heavy lifting, and my Steiner forces in the middle helping out, and then Curtis's Draconis Combine forces on the left side just trying to swoop in and take buildings out as much as he could, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it got like really gritty towards probably late game.
Yeah.
That line that you were trying to hold on my right side was pretty crazy. Like there was a lot of parts flying off of mechs, I think, in that area. The amount of criticals that Phil rolled was incredible.
Yeah.
So,
it was definitely obscene. There was so much destruction. My poor Hunchback, to see, Pytor, he was rolling up, but just because of positioning and the way some of the terrain features were with like the triple stacked woods or the light, the heavy in front, I didn't have any real lines of sight until turn 3, where I was close enough to start doing stuff, and the Ultra AC-20s, those things clap, man. They hit hard. I didn't down any mechs, unfortunately, but they were blowing pieces off. I ended up taking a Hellbringer and then 2 Mad Dog Primes. It's one of my favorite mechs, and surprisingly enough, like they really held the line. Like my poor Kristen Redmond stand-in, she had her leg just completely blown off. Ammo explosion, blowing half my torso and the arm away. It was ugly. She didn't have an honorable death either. She was either getting shot in the back of the head by a mech, or was about to get like just shit kicked by an assault. So
yeah, I figured there was a big stomp happening to the cockpit kind of thing.
So did I. I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. It really was.
No, there's a lot of good things in that game too, and there's a couple things that that did come up as well. Looking a little deeper into it, still newer to the game with rules because there's so many of them, but weapons and stuff taking critical hits, even though they might have multiple slots. That one came up where.
Yes.
Yes. It happened to Bill in his autocannon 20s, right? His ultras. So
yeah, as soon as you take a critical to that section, so mine being left torso, right? And the weapon gets hit, that's it. The weapon's gone.
Yeah.
You might have like say on my Hunchback, I think it's like 3 or 4 slots for the Ultra AC-20, and no, it's gone. Like you can still take hits on the other ones. But as far as the weapon goes, it's toast.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really consider when I was starting to pick these mechs, and I was like, oh, that's gross. Like it's knowing that is a big thing. And then we also found out about the case. Like case is awesome, but it still sucks because you still get your torso blown off, right?
Yeah. And again, being out of it for a while, like I remember case took care of some of the damage from the ammo and stuff or whatever, but I didn't remember that it still shears off that torso, section, yeah. And then
or whatever it is, yeah.
And then that's it, right? And then also on top of that, in going through the book, where I didn't realize this either, and when you lose a torso, it actually does have ammo in it. You still have to roll to see if there's a chance of a critical, even though you blew off the torso. So there's still a possibility that there could be an ammo explosion with further damage happening to that mech. So yeah. So I mean, we played it as is how we played it, and then it didn't really come up again down the road. So it was a good learning experience. Obviously, there's still a lot of things that come up and realize that maybe we're doing this wrong, or no, we were doing it right, or just something new comes up, right? Like there's so many rules with Battletech and so many weaponry rules as well, like what does what kind of thing and whatnot. So, but it's good playing these games, finding this stuff out. I know I'm definitely going to be skimming through the books again, just trying to stay on top of it, because there's times where we have a little bit of a lapse of when the group gets together to play, right? So but yeah, just seeing some of the weapons being used, and gauze rifles, how powerful they can be, especially with headshots. So, but
that did happen.
Yeah, there was criticals, there was ammo explosions, there was headshots, there was a couple mechs fell down, lost their legs, a couple of light mechs literally got railed the minute they showed up.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. They swarmed, man.
Oh, they did.
They were able to take 2 down. And then the other ones came in and just let loose.
Yeah, they were starting to come around the back end of that direwolf of Howes. And that could have been scary too, just oh boy. My mechs took some good damage. I think it was the Wolverine and Thunderbolt. One of them, like, literally a salvo came in and like stripped its left side of armor from torso to foot, pretty much. I think that was from your one of your vultures, actually.
Yeah, I think that was on the Thunderbolt because I kind of remember the turn after that thing was on the rubble and face planted.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to push forward and just did not make the roll, and down I went. So that was funny. Everybody was making jokes about that one. So, but yeah, regardless, I mean, we went. What was it? Was it 5 turns, 6 turns? We went
Five rounds.
turns?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went 5 turns. We had gotten, I believe, 2 of the buildings destroyed, and a third building was pretty much crippled, almost on its way to being destroyed. Then we would have had 1 more to go, but I think there's a good chance we would probably be pretty stalled out to get to that 4th one, because there was a fair bit of distance to get to them, and there was still the second set of forces, especially the heavy ones like my Marauder, moved as fast as he could, but he couldn't quite catch up. I'm probably looking at, I don't know, we'd probably sweep that right side, your left side, Bill.
Yeah.
Or, probably would have swept that side, taking hits, maybe some casualties, but like they'd be tied up there pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you still had the Direwolf, you still had Shadowcat was coming in, Stormcrow, and the Arctic Cheetah was there as well. So
yeah, most of Star Captain Hal's stuff was actually alive, and I noticed, those smoke Jaguars. They used me as a meat shield, and I didn't like that. No, in all honesty, I did it to myself, and I really did. I pushed in super aggressive and really tried to make a parking lot, which I do feel it was successful. But yeah, there was so many mechs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely be posting pictures of some of the close-up pics from the game on the Instagram, just so everyone can kind of peek and take a look at all the nicely painted models, because yeah, it was a really, really cool looking game.
Yeah, it was. Definitely was. And we'll definitely be having more of those. I think come New Year, I think we'll probably try to plan on getting together, each month or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk with the group there and try to get something going, and probably try to pull the pin on something after January.
Mm-hmm.
And have guys just commit and let's do it. Let's play it out. Let's see how it goes, and let's see if there's a campaign or something. Maybe that Chaos campaign that I was looking at, or whatever. Right? Just here's some BV. Let's do it. And then there is just a great time, really, with all the guys getting together. Everybody was pretty pleased and had a lot of fun. So
yeah, well, how can you not, right?
Yeah,
we're all having some smokies, some battle beers,
yeah,
rolling dice. It really was good, and that's I honestly think like that's what everybody needs.
Mm-hmm.
Is some just roll dice with your buddies, have fun. Pew pew, shoot some mechs or bolters or M1s or whatever weapon you're using in your tabletop wargaming, and just enjoy the time with people, right? Like, especially like this time of year, it's busy. Everyone's got family stuff or work or whatever the case may be. But if you can manage to even slide in a game or two, you're laughing. You really are living it. So
for sure. And going forward, 2022, I know with some of the local groups here. I know there's one gentleman, he's trying to start up some leagues and whatnot, and the various groups trying to get them involved.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. And then one of our local players, he's running this small little holiday event challenge, pretty much meet up and faces forces throughout the day, and pretty much all comers come in and he'll fight until he's got nothing left. So so that's pretty cool. Props to him to get that going and trying it out. So there's a lot of good vibes, a lot of good energy for Battletech right now. Here in the city, it's like where we're at just exploded. So that's pretty
it's
cool.
It's like a mecca. It really is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a mecca, man. I haven't seen a new game take off like this since we like jumped into Heresy, or we started busting out into 8th when it was coming out.
Yeah.
There was a big surge of people. So,
and it's weird because like the game's been around for a long time, and it's like a reinsurgence, right? It's new stuff has come out. People have gone hype. Old players have gone hype. They've seek interested in again, and people jump from other systems, and they're interested, of course. And yeah, it's just great. It's just Battletech everywhere. All the buddies are into it, and just having fun. And a lot of guys are having fun just painting up these units and getting a game in when they can, right? So so it's fun, and there's a lot of stuff happening with it too. And sometimes it's nice to get just like a lance done and not having to worry about getting a full 100 model count army done.
It's true.
So really, it's really flexible. It lets you pick and choose, like what units or mechs or models you want to play with and use and paint up. And there's no strict well, it has to be this, or this is your colors, or you have to be equipped with this or show it or this or that. So
yeah, WYSIWYG isn't really a thing, and if you just ask yourself, like, what the hell does that mean? It's what you see is what you get. Acronym, basically. Online you'll see on various pages, but that's the nice thing, is you can pretty much just tell them, hey, this is this chassis, I'm running this variant, here's my weapons. Oh, okay, cool. It's very very easy going, which is nice, especially coming from other games, right? Like be it Heresy, 40k, or even Bolt Action, where it's a little more, I don't want to say strict, but a little more enforced, I guess.
Yeah,
for ease of play.
I mean, if you're going the route where you're obviously playing in tournaments and stuff like that, it's a different story. But yeah, usually you want to represent what you're playing with, and especially in games where it does matter, where it's an individual unit or miniature. So but in Battletech, a mech's a mech, and that's the chassis. Okay, that's the tonnage of it, so this is what it is. Okay, cool, right? So
so much pain it's gonna bring.
Pretty much. But yeah, overall it's been great. It's been fun. It's been a lot of memories coming back too from the younger days of playing the game, and just seeing the enjoyment out of the friends, playing it, and things happening, and the hooting and hollering of like an ammo explosion or somebody's fallen or something like that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everyone likes to jump on it, and you're like, oh shit, just
Exactly. So, but yeah, in 2022 though, we're definitely going to be pushing on the system and playing more, and just showing more. Of course, I'm sure there'll be a lot of new units popping up, and
definitely,
and whatnot. So,
well, I know the main thought is basically trying to set dedicated times. Like, we're really gonna try and make it a once a month thing.
Yep.
You get out, with the boys and girls, you're allowed to come play too. And just roll the dice, have fun, learn the system, and try to keep it, I guess, consistent, right? So you kind of remember how everything's going, and you can slowly grow in the system with your fellow players. And I think that's a nice way to do it, and everybody kind of learns together if you can just set up a dedicated day. And if you can make it, awesome. If you can't, that's fine. You can still come the next time and learn. So
No, for sure. That's truer words right there, and well met. So right on.
What else? My Barnes and Nobles, Wolf Dragoons.
That's right.
Finally coming. I got one pack so far.
That's right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they look pretty neat. They're a little expensive, but I think it's worth it. I think the better the sales kick off for some of these really obscure sets, I think it'll show Catalyst that the demand is there. Like, if they don't know that from the Kickstarter, I'm sure they do, but
yeah,
it's just every little bit helps, right? To help grow a system.
Oh, for sure. It's a
big thing.
And it's curious to me. Like, I know they're marketing they are releasing these mechs in these sets, right?
Yeah.
And you might only want one mech out of that set, which sometimes can suck. But I mean, honestly, price wise, you can't really beat that.
No.
So I mean, you're paying what, maybe $5 a miniature.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if you are buying them or collecting them, you're going to have multiples anyways. And if you have a group, you might be trading, this mech for that mech, trying to fill in different sources and stuff. So will they bring out singles? Probably not. But
no. To be honest, I don't even know if it'd be worth it if they did.
Probably not.
Right? Like,
they did do the blind boosters.
Yeah.
The salvage packs, which I think were pretty cool. But I do know there was a lot of like, oh, I got 6 Lokis out of my 10, boxes. Well, that sucks.
I read some of that online.
Right.
There's ways, I guess, they could try and make it better.
Did you shuffle? No. So.
Well, yeah.
But it's interesting because there is a lot of other stuff that they've brought out too. Like there's, of course, there's Alpha Strike. They've been trying to ramp up some stuff for that. Still haven't tried that. So, and then you have these pilot cards or mech cards that come with each pack. And it's funny because Hal, he mentioned it to me and we were looking into it. And the rules, which are simply very simple for them, are actually in the game of Armored Combat. And it's literally you agree on a point limit and you get to pick these pilots for these mechs. And these pilots have these skills, but it's only one pilot per force, right? Because apparently some of these skills are actually very powerful. So we'll probably have to try that at some point later down the road.
Definitely.
But that's kind of new to me as well. Like they never had that before, until you started actually going into like Mechwarrior. But so many different aspects to Battletech, right? So just from and on another note of that as well, which I know Hal mentioned to me as well, is we haven't even done mech construction yet.
No, it's true. We haven't gone custom.
No. So that's something to definitely look at, and then also try. Everybody's going to do it and figure it out and try to make the ultimate loadout, to a mech that they like.
Ultimate mech.
And they can call their own. So,
yeah.
So, yeah, again, another aspect to the game, So, and that's the beautiful thing about the games. Can be, keep saying it, as simple or as detailed as you want. So,
yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot of different content coming out all the time too. You know, they've been re-releasing some of the mats, and then some new ones too. Like there's an Alien World one coming out. They re-released the Stratomechny Circle of Equals mat, which was pretty cool for all you clanners out there who's got some kind of trial going on.
Yeah.
But the paper sheets as well to accompany that, and then also hexless sheets for guys who are playing Alpha Strike. So that's cool. And then they kind of just bring out some of the previous releases, so you get another chance at getting stuff, which is pretty neat. And I think I've seen it recently. I have a hunch that the Comstar stuff is going to start to filter in here soon too.
Comstar, yeah.
Those are probably going to be pretty hot.
Oh, I suspect they will be.
I know I have one of them. I have the pack with the King Crab, but definitely wouldn't mind getting my mitts on the other ones as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, other than that, whole bunch of more mechs and research to look at, and try to apply some decals to current painted mechs. And
true. Oh, you know what? That just reminds me. Talking about dirty old Comstar, I finished my Blood of Kerensky trilogy. I bought the books and peeked them out, and
nice.
Very cool. I really liked it. It really made me dislike Comstar. Just, it's just without honor, greasy and underhanded.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like it.
Yeah, I know.
I won't talk about spoilers because
no
I can
kidding.
save that for later. But it was. There were some things that I was just like, that is bullshit. I did not like it. I was like, that upsets me. Especially being an avid clan fan, I was sad.
Yeah, and I'm currently reading Legend of the Jade Phoenix, Volume 1. Luckily, I was able to snag the original books from a friend of ours that he was giving away. So pretty much revolves around Jade Falcon and Star Colonel Aiden. So Aiden Pride, I believe, and kind of his upgrowing within the clan itself, right? So you do end up learning a lot of things in it, and it shows kind of their heritage and like just traditions and stuff that they go through as well, and also it details the warrior's life pretty much in clans. So it's pretty cool. There's some parts in it, and I won't say what parts they are, but it threw me back to the cartoon in this one scene, and I'm like, so that's what those were. So it's definitely, I'll have to slide them your way, Bill, when I'm done with them.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll enjoy them. And there's a couple characters in there that I've recognized the names to them. I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what happens here. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking out other novels that are maybe more from the inner sphere side of things.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you would like Blood of Kerensky. It does a good job of bouncing back and forth between the three factions.
Nice.
Especially if you're kind of fresh to the universe, like very much like myself, you'll probably really like it. It's 3049 to 3052, and there's a lot of action that happens there. They do touch base on almost all the Inner Sphere factions, I believe, because there's just a lot of stuff happening at the time.
Nice. The before I started that novel there, I think it was last Christmas actually, I had gotten Children of Kerensky.
Oh.
And it's like Dark Age to, I believe, Ilclan. And it's talking about, or has Alaric Ward, who's like the Khan of Clan Wolf at the time.
Yeah.
And of course, Ward is a familiar name. And then they have Malvina Hazen, and she's the Khan of the Jade Falcons.
She's hardcore.
She is. And it's interesting to see where they kind of went with that in this book as well. So again, it's neat because like that part of the universe further, past the clan invasion and Dark Age and all that stuff, I don't know too much about it. So it's cool to start reading that and seeing, what's going on and catching up on that. So, and if there's any other books out there that are like super good, please let us know, because the more we can get, the better.
Oh yeah, I'm always down. I've only got 13 Heresy audiobooks left before I run out, so I need something. I've got the Great Death Legion trilogy on Audible, and they're not abridged or anything, thankfully. So I'll be looking to jump into that pretty soon. But
nice,
yeah,
cool. Well, I think that's probably about it for this episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Glad. Hope you guys enjoyed this round, and of course we'll have more to come. And if you're interested on continuing listening to some of the stuff that we've been bringing out, you can subscribe to any of our channels. Check out our Instagram, Podbean, or wherever you're listening to your your podcasts. And then also share with us on Facebook and whatnot as well, and share what projects. And it obviously doesn't have to be Battletech, but we are in a lot of different games. So yeah, share what you got. We love seeing it, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, honor to Clan Jade Falcon, Smoke Jaguar.
Yeah, they won the match, so well met. And we'll catch you guys next time. Trident Wargaming. Build it, paint it, play it.